Good morning. I actually slept out at the Cabela's overnight parking area in Rapid City. It's not too bad, it's quiet. There's some cars driving around, but it's actually really nice. The plan today is to go on to Mount Rushmore and then Crazy Horse and then Cave of the Winds National Park. So let's get in. Dark. Okay, unfortunately, I found out last night that the elevators at Cave of the Winds National Park that goes down to the cave actually had a major problem Friday. So they shut it down till December. So they're going to take an entire month to repair. Must have been bad. So unfortunately, I won't be able to go to the best part of the national park. But there's some hikes there, so I'll go there anyway. Then I saw there was a Jewel Cave National Monument northwest of there. They shut down their cave tours until May of 2020 to improve the tour. So no caves today for me, but we might go somewhere else in a couple days. That's pretty cool. I'll show you that later. For now, gas station for some coffee before we start driving. All right, I just pulled in. This is so odd. Gates are open, so they're open like website says, but I am the only person here. I'm driving around. I wasn't sure where to go, so I'm going backwards here and there, but it doesn't matter because there's nobody here. I guess for the off season, maybe it's usually $10 for parking, but I think for the off season, they don't charge anymore. They just said you don't need a ticket and the exit gates are open. But wow. All right, let's see if we're at the right spot. Here's my car, and as you look around, there's absolutely nobody here. There's nobody here. I don't know why. Let's go up the stairs, I guess. I don't know where it is. Memorial. All right. We're at level 1. There's snow here and there. All right. I will admit, though, that I woke up and I thought it was 6 o'clock, so it's time to wake up and get going. It wasn't until I got to the gas station I realized it was 5 o'clock. I forgot to set my little clock back an hour, so where am I going? It's a lot easier when there's people you can follow around. I'm just walking around. There's not a single person here. I don't see anybody. I guess I go this way. But yes, I forgot to change my clock back, so when I woke up I thought, oh my gosh, it's 6 o'clock, I should get going. Turns out it was 5. So wow, there are these pay stations everywhere for parking. It's $10 you have to pay to get out. But there it is, right in front of us. It's small. There it is. Dark. Wow, there's nobody here. There's absolutely nobody here. I mean, like, nobody. It's like the apocalypse happened, and there's because some place that's usually packed, crowded, there's nobody here. I don't get it. It's almost unbelievable. Let's get closer, shall we? I have to say it again. I mean, I did say it just now, but it's so weird being here, a place that's usually normally packed full of people, and I'm the only person here. I don't even see employees walking around. I'm just walking around like, did everybody disappear? Like, starting 15 minutes ago? I see nothing. It's so weird. So weird. You know what it is? I called up and said I was coming, so I had them close off the park just for me, you know. But they closed everything off. No ice cream, no marketplace, nothing's open at all. I think they went too literally. You know, I'm kind of special, so this place is mine right now. Oh, I see. We're over here, and they closed off all this orange spot. It looks like we can go even closer normally, but that's all closed. So what we're gonna do is we'll backtrack and get on this trail, nature trail, and head. Actually, let's go all the way around and go to the presidential trail, and then go up. All right, folks, I'm back in the car. It was a big letdown. All the trails are closed due to ice. So all you could do is walk up to that little open area, take some pictures, and the big fence is in the way. Most people's pictures are not going to turn out nicely because without zoom, you can't really do much. So I'm going to drive up to the next overlook area. I guess we get a side profile of George Washington. But after that, I guess it's on to Crazy Horse because there's not much left to do here. It's no wonder why they don't charge for parking because there's nothing to do here. You can kind of drive up and I don't know. They said the trails were closed for at least a couple of weeks due to ice. So I guess once it starts getting snowy up here, there's no more Mount Rushmore really. You can go there for a quick stop and that's it. Oh, my flashlight died. Well, that there is the profile overlook. We just pulled in and it's good. Definitely need zoom lens to get a good photo of that. But with the zoom lens, it looks pretty good. It's just unfortunate that we couldn't get closer. Okay, so now that that's done, we're gonna head on to the Crazy Horse Monument. I'm not sure what you can do there. I mean, I guess I'd check it out. I hope there's a trail or there's something there that's still open, but I kind of doubt that any trail's gonna be open. I was really looking forward to those caves though, because it would have been much warmer inside caves, right? Usually like 50 degrees Fahrenheit, so oh well. What you gonna do? But let's go on to the next thing and then head on. We'll go through Custer State Park as well. Let's see what's there. There might be a lot of things closed just because of the snow and ice, but we'll see. Yeah, we won't know until we get there, right? Well, I guess we can check the website, I guess. Ah, what's the fun in that? I just turned into the Crazy Horse Memorial Road, and there it is right in front of us. Oh, there's booths. I don't even know if they're open. I think they're not. I'm not sure. On a whim, I decided to go to a museum nearby called the Mammoth Site. The website seemed interesting, but it wound up being way cooler than I thought it would be.
The geological process that started the uplift of the Rocky Mountains millions of years ago continued into the Pleistocene, fracturing the shale and limestone layers beneath the Black Hills. Over time, underground water dissolved portions of the limestone, forming cavities and caverns. When I first walked in, I only saw this and I thought, what's going on here? It just seems like a retail place. And there's one replica, but there's a nice auditorium on the left. I just saw this 10-minute movie about it, and now I'm on a self-guided tour. I've got my binder ready, and I'm walking in through these doors, and let's see what's gonna happen. Oh my gosh. Look at this pit. This is flag 1, this is where the tour starts, but oh my gosh. That is a lot of excavating. Huge piles of bones over here. Oh my gosh. Wow. Alright, I'm going to read the binder now. So this here is the mural of the sinkhole pond that caught all these mammoths and other animals. It's basically a warm pond during the Ice Age. So the mammoths were tempted to go closer to eat all the foliage growing around the sides, and they would fall in and it'd be impossible for them to get out, and they just died in there. So just one big sinkhole
pond caught 60 mammoths and a short-faced bear, giant short-faced bear, and a bunch of other things. Pretty cool story. And the sinkhole later turned into like a big hill, big rocky hill. Pretty fascinating. Ooh, looks like we can go up to the top up there. I'm gonna do that. Ah, so this red sediment is spearfish shale, which is very slippery. So any mammoths that try to get close to eat might slip in, and then they couldn't climb out because of how steep it was. Fascinating. So deep, so much digging. It's crazy how many animals died right on the left there. So many. Oh my gosh, there's a big one down there. Oh wow, there's a nice head right there. 2 big tusks. So cool. Look at that. Oh, you can see all kinds of bones, like ribs and stuff. Gosh. By the way, the white stuff is, they took the bone out to go store them away for a study or whatnot, and then they put a plaster cast there. So, but all the rest of it is actual bone. And I guess they didn't petrify, so they had to apply some kind of preservative on it to preserve them so they don't just crumble. But pretty crazy. So those are life-size cutouts of 2 different type of mammoths. Left is a woolly and the right is a Colombian mammoth. And there's a red balloon on the left. According to the binder, that's where the first mammoth was discovered. And then a lot of it was dug down. A lot of it, because that's pretty high up. I'm not quite sure why there's a mammoth with pirate flag on its head though. Mammoth pelvis straight ahead. And 3. The water in this pool at the time was up to the rafters. So it'd be 25 feet underwater here. Poor mammoths. We're way under. Alright, let's keep going. It's funny how the excavators put in these little stairs so you can get to them. Wow. Wow, check this out. It says safe to be screen washed, because they collect all the sediment that they dig out and then they go screen wash it looking for micro fossils, I guess, looking for fish or insects or broken up bones, rodents. That's a lot. Pretty cool, huh? Just bones everywhere. Huge bones everywhere. This is so cool. Here's the pelvis of a mammoth. Here's the femur. Here's a kneecap right there. And there's a tibia and fibula right there. And there's its feet. All connected, all staying together. It's so crazy. It's all there together. So wild. And there's the other femur and kneecap. Rest of it's kind of all over, but so crazy. Here's their example of all the sediment. Everything's nice and even and flat because the water was calm and it was a lake. And there's on the other side, there's some disturbed spots, but that was because a mammoth foot was stuck in the mud, disturbing it. Probably trying to survive. Check out these crazy tusks. They discovered 122 tusks so far, And mammoths only have 2 per, so they think they have at minimum 61 mammoths here. Only 2 are the woolly mammoth. Interesting. Oh my gosh. And you can see the teeth there, the flat part next to the 9, right below. That's wild. Some of these tusks are outrageous. My gosh. Some of these tusks are just outrageously huge. Insane. So this is on the west edge. They were saying most of the skeletons are along the edges of the lake, which makes sense because they try to get out and then they drown at the edges. Here is a skeleton of a giant short-faced bear. It is gigantic. The body is huge, but the head's so tiny. It's rather odd looking. But it is huge. There's no sense of scale here, but they have a comparison chart right by. And wait till you see how big this guy is. There it is. The second one is the American black bear. Not very big. European cave bear next. Next big one is Kodiak bear. Ooh, much bigger. Next one up is polar bear. And then the giant short-faced bear. 6 feet at the shoulders. Oh my gosh. I wonder if they can eat a bison. Now we have a painting of the mammoths. The smallest one, light gray, is pygmy mammoth at 1.8 meters. Next one up is an Asian elephant, much bigger than that one. And then the brown one's a woolly mammoth. And the dark gray one is an African elephant. Wow, it's African elephant is bigger than a woolly mammoth. Then we have the Colombian mammoth. Biggest of them all, 4 meters. That's pretty big. And next to that skull, look at all the bones here. Jeez. Just a huge pile of them here.
Sir, I'm sorry.
Okay, folks, there's a fire alarm, so I'm heading out now. Hopefully it ends, then I can come back. Alright, talk to you later. Okay. They cleared it. I can go back in. Back in. As soon as I came out through the doors, I heard the alarms. Out here, you can just barely hear anything. Wonder why there are no alarms here. It's so quiet. I love these wooden beams. Look at that. Wow, they used a ton of sheets of wood, curved them, and created the beams with them. Wow, that's fascinating. They're just not huge chunks of wood. Isn't that crazy? Real wood too. Oh my gosh. And they glued them together and curved them and layered them out. That is some fancy carpentry there. Oh my gosh. They're huge too. I guess that's the only way to make them so long. Layer them up. Okay, back to where I was. So the west end here is a shallow end, and that's why a lot of bones here are here. I think they tried to get out here and they couldn't get out, and that's why there's huge piles of bones here as well. And that's also why the bones here are much higher on the eastern end. As you see down way below is the eastern end. It's a lot deeper, so all the carcasses sink a lot deeper. So this big skeleton here, they call it Murray. It's an almost entire articulated skeleton, which means all in life position, except it's missing its head. The skull's missing, and there's 6 nearby skulls. They don't know which one belongs to it. Pretty hilarious when they first found the skeleton. Because it had no head, they actually named it Marie Antoinette, who was beheaded during the French Revolution. But then when they found the skull, they found it was a man, so they called it Murray. It's just so wild. Look at all the tusks here. Jeez. It's insanity. So down below where you see number 12, that is a skull of a giant short-faced bear. But that's a replica. They took the original one for study. Pretty interesting. It's the only one they found. Interesting that it's there. So down over here, they call it Napoleon, and they say it is, so far it is the most complete Columbian mammoth skeleton found so far. And it's pretty wild. They're next to the most complete skull with connected tusks, and another one right above. Just tusks everywhere too. It's so wild. Ooh, they even have an elevator here. Pretty fancy. I'll take the stairs though. There's gates everywhere for all the workers to get down and get to work. They have mammoth things everywhere. This is a replica of a Columbian mammoth, and it's named Sinbad, although it has like pirate symbols all over it. And a parrot? Is it for Halloween maybe? Gigantic. Check it out, they have stairs that go down to Napoleon so you can get a better look at it as well. I'm shaking the railing. Okay. Oh, look at that. I guess they use some kind of plastic to kind of preserve the bones because they're so fragile that they would just crumble. Look at that femur, it's so big. Oh my gosh. What's funny too is in the middle area where there's less bones, there's just a random bone just sitting there. So it makes you wonder how many more bones are within this huge chunk of rock here in the middle that they haven't gotten to yet. Probably a lot less because they just generally went toward the shore, but that's still pretty wild. Like what could be in there? And they're still digging. Still digging. Woolly mammoth. Columbian mammoth. Oh. Ooh, check out this display. It's showing what they find in the sediment. That's a snail right there. Let's see if I can film it. Can you see it? The snail. It's cool that they found all these other things. Clam, fish vertebra. More clam, slug. Looks like a jelly bean. Snail, snail, and snail. Cool. And now it's time to go. Moving on to the exhibit hall. What's beyond these doors? Here is a replica of a mammoth ulna, comparing it to a human ulna. And there's a sign that actually says, please touch, but carefully, so I'm gonna touch it. Oh, it's so big. Oh my gosh. Yeah, can you imagine giving it a burn? Yeah, pretty big. Alright, this is it. Let's walk through this door. You'll see the same thing I see. place is huge. Here's a painting showing the different bison sizes. Here's the American bison. And look how big the rest of the other ones are. They just get bigger and bigger. It's pretty crazy. And those antlers, oh my gosh. I would be scared. Nice hair though. Oh my gosh. They actually did this out of vertebrae and sticks. Oh my gosh. And tusks and skulls. Pretty insane. And there be a recreation of Napoleon from all its bones. That is a huge mammoth. They're just not as fun looking though without all that hair. They just look like giant elephants. The Mammoth Site was pretty cool. Just having a whole dig there that was preserved as they found them. It's amazing. I don't know if you could see anything like that. I am going to pause here for a moment so you can check out this bush because it looks beautiful. So if you're ever in the hot spring area and anywhere near Badlands National Park or Custer State Park, that whole area, southwestern San Diego, head into Hot Spring and check out Mammoth Site. It's pretty cool. It's, I believe it was $11.05 or something like that. It was $12 round up if you want to donate the rest, which is pretty nice. You get go on a nice little tour. I was the only person there, so I opted to do the self-guided tour. Plus with the self-guided tour, I could do silly things like record stuff. Whereas with the guided, I would not have been able to. So, but you could do guided tour when there's more people, that's for sure. But pretty cool spot. And now it's time to find a campsite. I'm gonna go by a lake. People posted it might be a problem if it's been raining, but it's been raining, so we'll see. There are great free campsites at Sheps Canyon Recreation Area, about 15 miles from Hot Springs. Most of the campsites are right next to the dirt road along the lake, and any vehicle should make it. But the nice spots are down a muddy hill with its own pit toilet there and easy beach access. You will definitely need four-wheel drive getting down there though, especially if it's muddy. My tires had barely any traction down there.